Hello. What's going on with audio? That's my microphone. Getting old. Sorry. Should be better now. Yeah. That microphone is about 4-5 years old, so probably kind of asking for retirement or something like that. And yeah, because it has XLR and USB connection, and that USB is micro USB, not USB-C, but that shitty micro USB connection. And seems that that connector is kind of dying. Hey Tanai. Hello everyone. We need some sponsors. Yes. Yeah. We absolutely. Yeah, sometimes there are kind of some companies who are kind of saying, oh, I will send you microphone or what else not. And then they asking to do YouTube video to review that just to get something, I don't know, $50 microphone for free. I'm kind of saying thank you, but no. How that app was named? Something fasting timer. Oh, this one should be it. Yes, let's see if I can even build that project. The XP just went from 5 to 0. What is XP? Guten Morgen, folks a bit. Hello, hey Vermel. Vermey, hello. What is XP in this content? Oh, I stopped music. Let me restart it. That was accident. No how music and going, all good. Points in YouTube chat. Okay. Points in the channel section. Yeah, I have no idea how that works, to be honest. Let me see. There are top chat, top fans that I see here. I don't see points. It's kind of weird. Anyways. Let's see. Let's try to build this application to see if it is building at least for me. Hey Maharana, hello. Yeah, I don't know how those points, to be honest. YouTube is changing the chat and trying to make it more interactive. And yeah. Vietnam in the chat, hello. I'm thinking about going to the Vietnam. Maybe in the spring, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Haven't been there yet. Definitely in my list to go. Yeah. Ciao. Oké, labi. Labi, sarunāts. Čau. Ada. Digma Son say, I'm waiting for it. Waiting for it. We'll see. We'll see if I will get it, but generally it kind of should be kind of sent out for me anytime soon, so maybe next week. At times I feel I should pull the trigger for a split keyboard setup. You know, I'm using more like talking to the microphone when I'm kind of dictating prompts lately, but sometimes I still kind of type, I don't know. Split keyboard is nice, but there is definitely learning curve, and not everyone likes them, so it's kind of hard to say if you will like it or not. And this one specific it's linear, you know, it's quite different because here all the keys are in straight lines. See, it's basically kind of easier for hands to kind of go up and down. But if you typed all your life before on like that staggered, like classic keyboard, like here, for example, your kind of regular keyboard, the keys are going like not in straight lines, so it's quite a bit of learning curve if you are going from like regular keyboard to split, and if it is like staggered or whatever it was named, I forgot. That's kind of another level of complexity, but when you're kind of getting used to it, it's quite handy. But yeah, I don't know, not everyone likes them. But yeah, it's kind of bulky. It's quite big on the desk. That's the one thing what I kind of don't really kind of like about it. But yeah, it's not so hard to get it away. Also, if I need more free space. I've been talking so much to the laptop that I'm not investing more money in the keyboard right now. Yeah, I agree with. Yeah, that is Happy Hacker's keyboard. This also is kind of nice, yeah. Yeah, keys are a little bit tilted, and with this Digma Defi you can go also, you know, here is like tilting mechanism. You can basically go crazy and like set up that keyboard in angles, you know, if you want to. And here is basically on this side and that side and so on. You can basically get it stand in different positions if you want to. I'm just using it flat on desk, but you can do differently. But one thing I know for sure, keyboard will not make anyone better programmer and will not make more money. You type faster. I don't care much about typing speed, to be honest. I am not training. So if you want to type fast, if you want to hit kind of high numbers, you should train for that. I don't do that. That's new onboarding for my fasting application. Yeah, I think it's decent. Happy hacking. Thank you. Here I think that start button should be on the bottom. keep hitting my microphone, sorry guys. So here we can change programs, gentle, lane guides. And this one custom is kind of pro version. You can choose monthly, yearly, lifetime. Somehow it's kind of quite often I see this kind of problem in AI kind of updated designs. When they're kind of pushing everything on top, on the bottom, there is no kind of normal spacing in between them and so on. Yes, I built this with Cloud Design. It's not bad. And here I added basically my own kind of cross promotion for my own applications. Actually quite good. We need to fix just very few things. Okay, quite a few comments here. Terms of service should... okay, we are not running dictation app. Why? Oh, shit. This one. Okay. Okay, quite a few things to change. Terms of services should link to the Apple terms of services, not to the my own kind of site. Come on, still thinking? Okay. Privacy policy, we have it on Sleepy Bytes domain, not on Ivers Meyer's domain. Okay, we have it on both, but we should kind of lead with Sleepy Bytes domain for apps. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have comments on this, obviously. Okay, in this screen, learn what happens at 12 hour and protocol guides those two buttons or blocks are different size, and that looks bad. We should kind of have them both in the same size. And common questions should be really clickable. Currently that is just placeholder. If we have some public well-known resources like Wiki. Could be good to link to those. If not, we can just kind of give short summary about that. I don't know, too many links outside from the application, but I don't also want to kind of keep huge library of knowledge. Yes, commit changes and includes that removing the dead soft paywall as well. Melpomenex, hello. Hi. I didn't run any Pomodoro timer for a while. Should we? Should we launch one? Do we need it? Nah. Do you release on Play Store as well? This particular application? No. But I have a few apps. I have 2 apps in the Play Store. Maybe one or few more will come later. I don't know, we'll see. But at the moment I am making no money on Play Store. All the sales are from the App Store. It is a little bit too early to complain because I released those. Okay, one application is completely free on the Play Store and another application which is optionally paid, that was released in, I don't know, I don't remember when, a few weeks ago, maybe months ago. And it is getting very few downloads. %90 comes from Google Play. Huh, interesting. That's very interesting. But why so? Do you have... Okay, most likely you have way more downloads on Google Play. But why it is so? Is it some country-specific application and maybe that country is not using iPhones as much? I don't know, for example, I'm just guessing. Maybe in India, Androids are more popular than iPhones. And then maybe your application is that market specific and therefore you have very few iPhone users, iOS users, and many Android users. In that case, that probably makes sense. But if your application is distributed in Europe and US and you're still making more money on Android, then something should be fixed. Have you heard of Tauri V2? No. Do you think an application released on the App Store could have problems getting onto App Store with an application like that, not written in Swift? I have no idea what is Tauri V2. Hello, Ghost. Hi. Should I know? Should I Google? Is that important? Tauri V2. Front-end, independent. Okay, another cross-platform development tool. Your title has spelling mistake. Oh, really? What title do we have? Let me see. Stream settings, your online coworker. Bull de Jong. Maybe that's French. Bull de Jong. Okay, you're right. Thank you. Yeah. That's probably French. I don't know. Maybe. That could mean something in some language. Bull de Jong. That's a good one. Yeah, we want widgets and sync right now. Can't you add the app groups? I'm kind of curious why Cloud asking me to do kind of things. Oop groups, no, app groups, I mean. Okay, of course I can do that, but I don't know. Why? Okay, we need to add capability. App groups. Jesus, think faster. What's going on? Okay, probably that wasn't a question for Fable. Ops Pro could be faster, probably, maybe. And guys, for few of you on YouTube, I see that like button didn't work. We have only 5 likes on the stream, so 15 of you missed the button. Give it a try. Thank you. Okay, let's see if that user interface is changed. Oh, that's the wrong application. Wait a minute. Wrong project. Okay, this is the right project. I added upgrowth. Okay, all good. I probably should close this one to do not distract myself. What else I have here on the chat? On the screen, I mean. Okay, let's kill this one. Also Telegram. What else? Okay, probably that's it. Okay, learn. Oh, okay. Looks better, right? Okay. Who shouldn't fast? I think it's good. Thank you. Thank you for your likes. I appreciate it. So you had Happy Hacker keyboard. Do you collect keyboards? Oh, I sold or gave away quite a lot of keyboards when I was kind of back in Latvia before moving to Thailand, because they're heavy, bulky, and so on. But I don't know, it just happened so that I started to post kind of photos on Instagram, and companies then started to send me keyboards, and that's how I am kind of collecting. I bought very few keyboards using my own money. This one I purchased. Happy Hacker's keyboard I purchased it, but the Digma Defi was sent to me. So I could say that I'm collecting them, but I'm not like kind of buying them. I don't know. Something like that, you know. Yeah, and companies just kind of, you know, sometimes time to time reaching out, usually for posts on Instagram. Not even posts, they just kind of saying, oh, we will send you keyboard and you do you whatever you want. And then I feel that I should at least do some unboxing kind of video or post, and I do that, but generally, yeah, that's about it. How here on the background, that one on the shelf, that is Ultimate Hacking keyboard, which is also kind of one of those crazy split keyboards. It's fine, but kind of feels kind of even bigger and more bulky than this one, so I don't know, I'm not kind of using it much. And that one, no, this one, that is the Spectrum actually. So I think about this kind of about this application, the tricky part is kind of keep running those timers on the background of the on the phone during the day. So I think that I will just kind of build it maybe for test flight, what else not, and keep running on my own phone, even I'm not fasting, but just to kind of test it. And then I will release update, because we need to see those reports, we need to see how timers are working, how they are kind of good in during the whatever 24 hours, you know. That's tricky part. And also we have widgets and live activities, which also better to test on device. So, but I think we're ready for that actually. Okay, this is kind of doing the thing. Loop line. Where we are here, what are we missing? Ah, right. I asked it to create icon. That's basically icon what was created. I don't know what is that. I don't know what is that, to be honest. There should be some skill or something to create icons, and I'm I'm pretty sure that you can get better icon from AI. We can go, of course, to different model, but Oh, maybe Fable. Current icon is not great at all. We need better one. Could you create it and do research, take a look how good icon should look like? GPT image 2. Yes. That was working as well. Yeah, you're right. Let's give it a try to Cloud as well. How nowadays can you just do that in Codex kind of prompt? Because it is kind of ChatGPT model. Or should you go specifically to like ChatGPT chat? I don't know. We need a new icon for the application. Please generate, let's say 8 icon styles, and we will review them and decide where to move from there. That's iOS icon, productivity application. So, and you already see what application do. But anyways, if you have questions, feel free to ask. I think Codex should work. If you have questions, please do not ask. Jesus, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. There are benefits to use keyboard as well, you know, and not relying on talking. Sometimes that speech to text doing kind of weird stuff. Yeah, but that's good prompt, right? Do not ask questions, just get the job ready. Done. Just get the job done. Do not ask questions. I'm not here to support you with your silly questions. Okay. The current mark is check mark with dot, which is dumb. And you're right, that's commodity shape. Let me search properly. Okay, and instead of kind of redesigning Cloud going on the deep end with tooling, looking if Cloud can use icon composer, and probably will build some sub-product to kind of drive it, but okay, we'll see what will happen. Okay, let's see. Let's try to get 8-ish directions. I will say that the current icon is not horribly bad. It's okay-ish. I just was thinking, you know, if you are doing all this kind of work with redesign, then kind of why not change icon as well? This is current icon, which is kind of, I don't know, okay-ish, probably. Yeah, but that's an interesting challenge too. How you can show not eating. Jesus, what's that? Oh, it's loop line icon. Oh, I'm kind of messing up. It's an icon for different application. But yeah, for this we probably also will need update icon. See what happens when I'm jumping in between too many projects. I'm kind of losing myself. It's for this app. come on. Xcode. What you can do that. File, open. This one. Yeah, I'm messing up here. This is the icon, which looks kind of horribly bad. This one definitely is horrible icon. No doubts about that. Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I would say that's something interesting, but I don't know what's going on here. Basically, that's like loop line. We have probably that's like task in the loop or what? I don't know. No. The problem is that I myself don't know how to represent it nicely. Oh, we got activity kind of thing here. Kind of works. Widget extension, added live activity, added iClosing, added end-to-end things needed. End-to-end thing is not that important. With the new design for the application, I think that we need to update icon as well. Can we do that? Somebody is coming. Where? I hear nothing, I have headphones. But we have people in house, that's fine. No worries about that. Jesus, what's that? That looks like candles. Something. Yeah, for this application, that fasting timer application, I was kind of half joking that it's hard to show not eating, but that's all kind of timer, clock, whatever, you know, apps you can do this. This application instead, that product is, I can't even explain it like in simple words, because we are talking about this product, an app for this product. So it's basically you are getting feedback from App Store, Google Play, iOS, Android apps, GitHub, getting to the dashboard, and then from dashboard we can work with it on Throws AI, what else not. That's tricky. That's tricky. Oh, I'm logged out. Probably I'm logged in the Chrome. Yeah. Here, that's the app. It's kind of hard to explain. Oh, actually, what is Trello app icon? They have something like that. It's kind of more clear, to be honest. Simple, kind of works. All of this is kind of, I will say, miserable. All of those looks kind of too complex and confusing. take a look on Trello, for example. Maybe there are similar applications and try to get inspired from that. Current approach is too complex and hard to understand. No, this is no go. It's not good. Amazing. FT, feedback thread, FT, and some shitty clouds around. What the hell is that? Number 8 is perfect. Shortlist. Jesus, really? That's why you are not outsourcing kind of decisions to AI. Do not kind of rely, do not hope that AI will make kind of decisions on what design to implement. Sure, you can basically ask for suggestions and get something. So that redesign, for example, of the habit fasting tracking application was decent. But just do not trust it blindly. Also, do not kind of ask. Okay, you can ask, but do not trust blindly for whatever business advice. Because here it's basically saying, oh, that's my shortlist. Strongest potential. Very strong. That's for sure. Oh, Jesus. Number 3, traded cards. Communicates the product most clearly. This one. Yeah, I kind of understand. It's like thread trying to go through the cards. I kind of see thinking behind this design from AI brain, but I think we can agree that none of them is okay. That and there were a few more attempts. This one at least kind of looks like somehow interesting visually, but all the other are just crap, you know. Yeah. Wow, what a finding, right? Their icons do not explain the whole workflow. So we should not try to include like embed user manual in the icon. Yes, yes. I'm glad you understood that. Flat vectors, sketches. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully that will work. Okay. And those icons actually looks almost okay-ish. This one orange kind of losing the point. Something is wrong with proportions here, but and yeah, that white line, white ring around orange kind of thing, kind of we are losing it. We kind of see it here, but let's say so. It's better. Thinking, I can understand thinking behind it, and it's better than we kind of had from the previous app. Let's see what we will get here from cloud. I see, to be honest, it looks kind of potentially more promising. Okay, well, those two are trying to cook something. I will go to the I will go back to my rider log. Okay, points of interest functionality works now for existing users, but we should think about onboarding new users and how we will show that this functionality exists. Is it part of onboarding, or that's tip kit where we're showing that users can kind of create points and so on? Keep in mind that current points of interest covers only Thailand, specifically Bangkok, and how that will look if someone in Warsaw or Riga or London opens this application. So this user should know about functionality and possibility to add interest points on the map and share it with friends, which is also important. Let's switch to the fable here. This one is like thinking and planning task. So we have in Rider's log application new functionality where user can add kind of points of interest, and currently discoverability of this feature may be kind of questionable. To be honest, I would like to get this first kind of out of the door, this kind of loop line thing, without those kind of horrible icons. Okay. After this all research, simple icon this direction. Card stack is kind of okay, just as a day, but visually kind of not well implemented, but this probably is only one which is usable. Clear but somewhat generic. Okay. And which you were recommending? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. All of them are, to be honest, all of them are quite shitty. I'm surprised that I kind of expected better results. I don't know, maybe the product itself is kind of tricky to explain. Okay, it's still kind of cooking something. The one thing that I don't like about Cloud, it's Fable is nice for kind of long kind of term kind of planning, like far horizon, whatever kind of big features. But it's giving me reading assignments. Again, we have basically page of the text to read. It's kind of yeah, it is verbose. And I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. This kind of summary basically of what I said, Cloud kind of confirms that understands my point, and That's amazing, but your output is way too wordy, and I forgot already beginning, and well, I'm getting to the end of it. Can you please summarize question? I think I'm just kind of curious if it will help to keep it kind of less wordy and keep it shorter and more on point. Later on the opening, you basically just echoed what I said, that showing Bangkok temples for someone from Riga is not the smartest thing to do. No need to kind of repeat that. I don't know if that will change behavior, but we can try, right? That's better, actually. Yeah, 5 Fable is included in Max Plan. I think any of Max Plans. But lately I'm using it quite a lot, and basically I'm kind of hitting those weekly limits. So weekly Fable is already on 12% on the first day of usage, right? And we basically just started. On morning I was recording Fired by Robots podcast with Pavel, and I did something on yesterday on the evening. So we already boarded. Oh Jesus, I'm so sleepy. I don't know, should I go for a nap or I need stronger coffee? It's 5 in the afternoon already here. I have to ride and pick up my daughter from friends soon, so that will be a task for me. But we can stream until then. Could be nice to get to the some result. Now we are kind of jumping between different projects and have some progress on each of them. Okay, do you have icon for me? Still no? Still nothing? Cloud is kind of smart. I gave access to the Screen Designs MCP and it is looking for examples for icons, which is good. We'll see what will be end result. But if result will be bad, we can at least ask Cloud for the prompt to generate icon and go back with that prompt to the ChatGPT to get something better, because here it's just horrible. It's really bad. Not good enough even for test flight release, I would say. Okay, while we're waiting on this thing, let's see what's going on in App Store Connect. Hey Timmy, hello. Good morning. Is it new rejection or are we still waiting for review? What's going on here? Waiting for review. Okay, we good. This was rejected because Apple didn't like onboarding anymore. Onboarding was approved before, of course, but it's fine. Just curious, does your experience in project management help you in development your indie apps? I was product manager, and that was kind of mixed role. I basically all the projects was kind of managed by me, but also I was product manager, and that kind of, I think that product management definitely helps in kind of building applications, because currently that's quite a lot of like, so there is such term like product owner, right? That's person who in company kind of makes product based decisions, because developers can always kind of skin that cat in 100 different ways, right? Sales do not really care about like features like user experience. Sales care about sales. Service department, customer support, they better see now new products, because better stick with old products and without updates, without anything, to have less problems and so on. And product manager is kind of like customer advocate in that company, and kind of trying also at the same time keep everyone happy. Development team, customer service, sales, and yeah, I think that definitely helps. Project management specifically, I don't know, it's not that complicated. I will say that project management is easier than product management, because I don't know, it's not that hard, you know. You just track all the tasks, you have everything on plan, you track resources, you track deadlines, milestones, what else not. It's like more like administrative work, you know. There's not that much creativity, decision making, because if you're a project manager and you see, okay, there was planned 10 features, development team is whatever, 5 devs are laid off or sick or what else not, you just see that you will not make that on time, and you're going and reporting to product management, hello, we don't have enough development resources to do that on planned time. What do we do? Are we moving forward deadlines, or we cutting features from the scope? What's your decision? And then you, as a product owner or head of products or product manager, whatever is responsible for that, you are making this decision. But then you have to evaluate what basically, okay, will customers will be still happy? Are they more happy when we will delay the release but deliver all the features, or we cutting features and deliver on time? What sales will say? Is it fine for them? Sales always will be unhappy about missed deadlines, what else not, and will complain that, oh, we will make more sales if product will not fail, or if developers will not fail. Otherwise, sales did all the best. And yeah, and in my case at least, head of products does not report to sales, and does not report to the development, and does not report to service department, but head of products report to CEO. And so my work as head of product is to keep CEO most happy, and try to do not kind of get into the fight with all the other kind of departments. That's more tricky and interesting work, like project management. Project management, I don't know, it's like admin work, like paperwork. I just kind of use it OmniFocus, but I don't know, in somewhere it is whatever, MS Microsoft project, yeah, that was one that we used as well. You just track deadlines, track resources, everything, you know. I will say that part, project management, does not help to developing indie applications, but product management helps a lot. Because basically, as indie developer, you're trying to be more or less the same. The problem is that you don't have development department. You are kind of developing that application as well, but mine responsibility, I think the biggest kind of challenge for indie developer is to be good kind of product manager, head of products, and understand, because as product manager you also understand how sales work and what you can sell and what not. You basically understand everything, a bit of everything. Again, at least that's how I was working as a head of products when I was responsible for that. When you want to release an app on the App Store, how hard it is to get approved in your experience? Depends. That's a little bit of lottery, but you know, for example, this application that we are working, that file open recent, this one, like Motolog application. Okay, do we have that on simulator? Yeah, this one. I basically got approved from first submission. I got it approved very fast, and all the updates that I shipped so far, I got approved super fast. And I have my theories why that works so for this application, but I don't know. No one knows for sure. But basically, yeah, this application was approved super fast. Other apps, depends. Sometimes it takes a lot of time, sometimes not. This one, for example, was rejected just for update because they didn't like anymore the onboarding flow that I had here. For this one, if you look on history, all the submissions are approved from very first kind of time. Version 1 was submitted for review, waiting for review March 19 and approved already March 24. Same, again, kind of submitted 24, update submitted 25, approved. Kind of moving quite fast. April 3, April 5. So all the updates, basically no rejections. Updates are going very fast. 13 submitted, 14 approved. Super fast, see? And even lately, when App Store was kind of slow, again, I submitted multiple applications in August 12. This one was approved already in August 13. At the same time, I submitted in the same day multiple applications. Also update for this app. This also was submitted in August 12, I think. Yes, August 12, and this one was approved only in August 18, so 5 days, right? Instead of 1 day in review. And this application also was submitted in August 12. Again, August 12, and they rejected it in August 18. I submitted new version in August 19, and we're still waiting for review. So it's not that bad. My theory is that, so this application, basically what they rejected, that is habit tracking application. This application is just another kind of take on Pomodoro timer. those, habit tracker, Pomodoro timer, those applications, there are hundreds of the App Store, right? I think Apple is kind of whatever, stay in line with your another Pomodoro application, stuff like that. This one application, it's kind of unique. There are not that many applications built for kind of a motorcycle kind of rider, specifically that niche. And maybe that's the reason why Apple kind of approves it faster. I have like kind of feeling that few of the applications are like in whitelist, like in whatever good app category, somehow whitelisted on Apple's side. I don't know why, but I have some feeling that, okay, some apps, some of those applications that I'm submitting, they're kind of approved faster. Some of them taking kind of way more time. This one, for example, application, I created it back in 2012. 2012. But I removed it from App Store in 2014. But this application was Latvian only Latvian language, and Apple approved it. And then that is a very simple application. It just basically kind of reads your location. It's 2012, okay? It reads your location on the map, and then you can send your coordinates in message or email, and we basically, whatever, there was kind of long story why I built it, doesn't matter. Very simple application, but Apple approved it. And then I was thinking, okay, I would like to rebuild it using, I think I wanted to rebuild it using Swift UI and in English. And then Apple rejected it because said, 2014. That's basically when Swift UI came out. I wanted to rebuild it using Swift UI, and Apple rejected, and they said, okay, that reason is functionality. There's not kind of, you need to do better, Found application provides limited set of features, which makes sense. Something like that will happen if you will try to kind of submit a flashlight application today. I don't know, maybe something else, like basic examples like that. But this one basically is not, and they kind of saying, go and read basically how to make great apps. And that was very fire. I not complaining about that. That's fire. This application should be rejected, and it's fine that they did that. But yeah, that's basically what I'm saying here, that I have some kind of gut feeling that some applications are kind of, they're not rejecting it because it's kind of like that one, not enough features, not good enough, but they're kind of looking on those and kind of, so you built another Pomodoro timer. Well. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, looks fine. Go try your luck. Yeah, sure, your app is different, very unique. Go give it a try. But like not rejecting, but also not rushing to review those applications. That's my gut feeling. I don't know if that's true, if that's happening so for real, but that's how it looks for me. Oh, this is better actually already. FeedbackThread. I'm not saying it's a great icon, but it's better. Card stack, not bad. Okay, it's not bad, How that's possible that we go to the same BS thumbnails that ChatGPT had? Okay, this one is kind of better. Not great, but better. Frosted bubble. I will say with frosted bubble. Okay, back to the Rider app. Building. So yeah, I would like to update this application as well, bike identifier, but I afraid that I will get into some kind of like similar problems with app review. Oh, another identifier application. Well. But I would like to update it anyways. I probably will do. Not today. Today we're already kind of working on 3 apps in parallel now. So not today, but generally, I think I would like to update it. This is quite basic application as well. You can just scan motorcycle and kind of get like model, name, and so on. Some detailed information about it. The problem is that you're not always... Okay, on this one you kind of see the logo, like this Triumph, but as soon as they change it, tanks start to customize it, sometimes it's hard to understand, okay, what model is this? Looks interesting. I would like to kind of know a bit more about that, and yeah, basically. Seminar in 6 minutes. It's boring. If it's boring, I'm coming back. Okay. We will be around for a little bit more. I'm not promising that for long, but for a little bit. So yeah, this application is kind of... it's working and getting some downloads and getting some sales, but I would like to update it. I'm just scared. Not really scared, but I assume that we can get into the rejection and update kind of cycle. Okay, what's going on now? Frosted bubble is on iOS 2 layer. Okay. Okay, push it. What else we have to do before releasing application update? I assume we should be ready for at least test flight. And let me know if I'm wrong. See, you're using AI. Yes. That's why I changed the name from Wars to Ivars. That's exactly what's happening here. Yeah, thank you. I hope so. That's the best AI is Ivars, yeah. Okay. That's cooking. I didn't do t-shirts for a while. Probably I should do something. before I was morning person, then AM, like my first kind of numbers from name and surname was working well. AM, like morning. I guess I'm still morning person if I'm kind of waking up in about 6:30 at the morning. That probably still counts like morning person, but not like that crazy morning person that I was before with my 5 a.m., 4 a.m. kind of mornings. It was 3:30 period in my life as well, so yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure that design direction is interesting, but the implementation, I think, is not better than existing icon. Those new icons are looking like how was the name? Let me see. I need to translate. Oh, I don't know English word, but I can say in Latvian, right? I don't know English word, but in Latvian that would be zirga pakaus. Let's see how I... Almost. It looks more like Polish. I released this app under the Apache 2.0 with no intent to monetize it. No, I do. I have some stars on GitHub, not many. What do you think I should do? Private report? Cut out the bag already. Oh, well, it's totally fine to have application like so I have this text to speak kind of thing, right? I have this balls. I have this balls kind of project in GitHub, and that's open source. You can basically download it and use it and so on. And I'm using that on my Mac to dictate. But if I will create iOS application, I could still keep it open source. Of course, everyone can just copy the code and release it as their own application under different name. And of course, everyone can download this application and install on its own device from Xcode. But I think that's fine if I kind of would like to keep it like that, if I would like to keep it open source and get some pull requests maybe for fixes and what else not. And yeah, and at the same time it can be paid application in the App Store. There are some kind of risks, but it's not necessary to kind of make this repo private. It can still kind of stay open source, and it's really kind of up to you. If you're kind of thinking now about, oh, I probably would like to monetize it, and that's not immediately reason to kind of make it repo private. Sure, you should be kind of, you should think about whatever some API keys, what else you have in that repo, right? You are not kind of putting whatever, let's say App Store, let's say Revenue Cat API key in the App Store, in that GitHub. What else not, like basic kind of stuff. But otherwise, I don't see this big problem. But if also get first sale first before you kind of worry about what will happen with your kind of open source project. Maybe you will try to monetize it and you will find that, okay, no one is buying it. Fine. back to free and open source. I think right now, today, it is not necessary to change it. You can, if you want, you know, just to protect your paid product and so on. But I don't think that's so critical. Horse hoe, okay. Okay, trying to fix geometry. It looks better. It's all of that is good, but I don't know. Probably I should explain it. It's not actually. I would say those are not bad. Okay, how it looks in the app. Let's open the app. I think that was this simulator. Good thing is that timer is still going in the background. That's nice. Sheesh. What was that? Take a look on the circle in the application and on icons. The problem is that those rings on the timeline are positioned kind of wrongly, like offset from the line, and also seems the diameter is kind of small comparing with width of the line, and therefore it looks off-guard. In the application on that timer, those rings are looking good, so use that as inspiration and you will be all right. Today I'm nice to AI. Other days I'm gaslighting and being passively aggressive. Today I'm motivating and supporting. Maybe at the end of the day, when robots will come with war, they will spare me. Check out that dude in the background. He's kind of motivating me. Go to sleep. You don't need to work that hard. We can go and open fridge and eat everything, and then we will be happy, and then can go to sleep and we'll be happy again. That's what he's basically trying to kind of hypnotize me and say. You diagnosed it exactly? Yeah, of course I did. Because I'm a human being with taste. So, those AI designs are not always horrible, but sometimes they are. Okay, what do we have here? Cold start in Riga. Okay, how it looks like. No place near Riga yet. You're early. Okay, that's nice. Add place, explore Bangkok, destinations. Okay, that's not bad. And this is onboarding, which is okay, also nice. Share this for riders, yes. Start at least share with your riding group. This actually is quite nice, kind of sticking with existing design. I like it. Yeah, this is looking really good. This is looking good in screenshots. Where are we getting Riga in this pop-up? Is it based on location, or that's hard-coded for this example? And how that will work in production? What if that smaller place, like whatever, I don't know, Livani, or I don't know, Lodge? Countryside between towns. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Do we have implementation for check-in point cards? Commit and push this. Commit on poor justice. Sometimes we still need keyboards. Oh my gosh. Pangergay, hello, Pangergel. Application doing all right. If you are talking about this motorcycle rider log up, I think it's kind of okay-ish. It's nothing kind of crazy. Actually, I created a YouTube channel for it. Come on. No, rider log up. Something like that. Yeah, this one. Bangkok on 2 wheels. Posted 1 video, got 1 view already. I don't know. We'll see. I have 1 short, few more scheduled. Short got 500 views. Video got 1 view. That's from me. I think this could kind of help to promote applications. Why I'm subscribed to those channels already? Ah, yeah, because that's my kind of mine account. Right. So I will subscribe to it just to support myself, you know. But yeah, I'm kind of, as I'm back in Bangkok now and in riding and everything, so I can start to promote application and kind of start working on that. I have few sales, like I don't know how many active users, not ready to share that on screen, doesn't matter actually, but I have few sales, some few paying customers, so I think that's kind of decent validation. I do have some problem with my own app. I'm getting rejected by invalid binary. Did you ever manage to get that same? Yes. there could be multiple reasons. Do you have, maybe you're using beta Xcode or macOS? I will suggest you, if you are getting rejected by invalid binary, maybe that's something in building process. I will suggest you to give it a try to avoid that completely. You can go to the Xcode cloud and build kind of Xcode kind of cloud kind of building process here. Okay, I have build errors here, but whatever, basically it kind of works. I do use beta Xcode and macOS by Xcode Cloud. So from Xcode Cloud it works. Yo, hello. Xcode Cloud builds works. I used Xcode Cloud for example, for this one. I just kind of submitted new build, right, for fix that rejection. It works. And I just added that Xcode Cloud kind of functionality for this. I submitted this application using Xcode Cloud. I submitted for this, I didn't configure it yet. But yeah, I'm using it basically for all the applications. And it works just fine. Is your apps making money? Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. Okay, where we are. So I am just retarded. maybe there is something else, you know, it's kind of hard to guess without looking. But that could be something like basic, maybe just build number is not correct, something else, you know. But generally it works. I have beta Xcode and I have beta macOS as well. Do you share revenue or it is secret? You can go to my YouTube channel where you already are and browse through the last 10 videos and you will see that 2 of them are about revenue. It's not secret. Here is 2 months after losing my job, here where I am, that's about revenue. This is about revenue. There are quite a few more about revenue. This is about revenue. 60K from side projects, for example, and so on and so on. $6K plus in sales, not in revenue. That's different, right? Because revenue, that's after Apple kind of cut, right? After cloud code subscription, what else not? Or, okay, that's profits already, that's not revenue. But anyways, yeah. That's in sales, yeah. Apple gets 15%, but you have to apply to that. Here is small business program. So if you are making less than 1 mil in year, then you can apply to the small business program. It is opt-in. Automatically you are not opt-in. And if you are in, then you are kind of getting a 15% kind of commission here. So if you are getting over 1 million, if you are making 1 million and $1, you immediately starting to pay 30%. So you automatically lose money. My app made 3K revenue for the past 3 days. I'm trying to get to 10K per day. Yeah, that's a good problem to have. I don't know what to do. You probably should buy some shoe boxes for money. $3K per day is nice. So how much do you make in months? So it's 3,000. We are multiplying to, let's say, 30 days in average. So it's almost 100K in a month. It's good. It's great. I'm not even close. I'm still dreaming about that. Not even dreaming. That's quite a lot. $10K per day. Yeah, I am kind of trying to get to the 10K per month, so I'm in totally different kind of league. Hello, hello. Yeah, of course. Currently, problem is distribution, not programming. I'm not like a real programmer, but I spent last kind of 10 years in programming. But that's right way to do that nowadays if you want to kind of make quick money. Just slop together MVP and double down on distribution, marketing and everything, yeah. Okay, let's try to install it on device. Yeah. That's if you can get to the 10K in a month with kind of broken application, you definitely onto the something. And most likely that's you are at that level because your kind of distribution kind of game is on top, kind of you're doing that well, marketing and so on. I'm currently testing a new local model which is trained with the same data as Fable 5 was trained. Yeah, but is your machine capable enough to kind of handle it? You're probably running it on your MacBook Air with whatever, 16 gigabytes of RAM, something like that. I basically push addiction to my customers, very niche audience. Yeah, that's how it works. You basically find some addictions, insecurities, what else not, and exploit them. And yeah, there are plenty of apps that kind of doing that, whatever, all those looks, maxing, what else not, you know. That's working scheme. If you are kind of interested to build that type of the apps. So, and I'm not saying it's easy to kind of find that niche and so on. And yeah, the tricky part is it's not even like developer or something. You're saying, oh, you're probably developer because you're not making you're not making like 10K in a day. Yes, but also, I'm kind of building. It's not that it's kind of clear that this application, what I am kind of working on, this application will never, ever will make 10K in a day. And especially with my kind of pricing model, when I'm kind of charging whatever kind of reasonable money in a year. That should be some kind of weekly subscription for monetization, right? And 3 times higher yearly price at least. And the more aggressive paywall, everything, And again, this application is way too much work for that money. It's just kind of a wrong approach. If you want to kind of wrong product to make 10K in a month. Apple Silicon is basically always capable of running local AI. What about RAM? Don't you really need? What type of apps do you focus on building? What apps make 10K in a month should be asked to FS Driver. He is making 10K in a month. I just kind of have my take on that, but I'm not making apps like that, so I can't I don't have like receipts to talk about that, right? Okay, let me test this on device. Okay, I will need to have kind of another device as well and test with more friends. Currently I have 4 friends in the app. Oh, what's going on? Why we are are we crashing or something? No. Why are... okay, now it works. We have some delays when I'm kind of clicking across the Friends tab. I assume that we are doing some kind of data fetching from the backend, and that's the reason. Please take a look in the logic here. I assume there should be place for improvement. Buenos dias. Hello. Hello, hello. Let me take a quick break. I'll be back in a moment. Another thing, there is the car visible on the bottom and the top bar button. Sorry. This is my microphone. Let's see. Should we fix it now? Oh no. Okay, fix it. Sorry. Yeah. That was the microphone kind of USB cable. It's problems. Sorry again. I will try to get it away from my face and hopefully do not touch. Okay, now it should be fine. Sorry. I probably should upgrade microphones or do something. The problem is that I'm using the same microphone for streaming and for the Mac to kind of dictate text for AI. And you know, all the streamers are poor. I am the poor streamer as well. And that's the problem. I can't just go and buy a new microphone. there should be kind of new generation of this, exactly the same microphone. Could be cool to kind of get it, but it's kind of pricey. Probably I should use this only for kind of streaming and then have another microphone for my Mac. But that's, I don't even know how to set up. Kind of tricky. What do you think? How and do its real end to enter to development today? An interesting question. I was web developer 4 years. After that, have couple years gap and now think about comeback. But feel market completely changed. Well, market completely changed, that's true, but it's not like getting into the development from zero, you know. Yes, you have this kind of gap, and but you have all your previous years experience and so on. And it always was so that companies are more willing to hire senior developers, and nowadays seems that no one really wants to hire kind of junior developers. And yeah, sure, AI is used quite a lot, but those are still developers who are using those AI tools. So yeah, I don't know. For someone who just starting first year in university and basically coming to stream and asking, oh, does it make sense to learn, study in university to become developer, especially knowing that universities probably are not even talking about AI. I don't know how valuable is that kind of education. But getting back into the development after a break or what else not, I think it's still possible. I know that companies are still looking for developers. I was reached out by 3 companies only because I kind of announced that on my YouTube videos and on socials that I basically got laid off and I was without job now. And I got basically not like job offers, but companies basically were interested. Am I interested to kind of work with them? And that's probably will lead to the interview, something like that. But so I'm saying that not to flex that I'm getting job offers, but just to say that there are still jobs for developers. Yes, market is different. Yes, those kind of previously we were able to kind of go to the job market for like shopping just to take a look. Okay, what other companies can offer me? I'm like a princess programmer with whatever 4, 5, 10 years of experience. And okay, what can you offer me? Nowadays, the situation is different. Getting jobs is harder. Companies has less money. Companies are not hiring so much anymore, but it's still possible. Do you use skills plugins from Cloud Code? I have a few, but I not that many. And I don't think I have any specific plugins for Cloud Code. For Codex, I have that iOS building plugin added, but that's probably it. Yeah, we have App Store CLI skill actually. But that's not really for development, right? App Store CLI is more like for submitting new builds, and what else not? App Store CLI, this one. That's like App Store Connect kind of thing. It's on GitHub as well, here. This one is useful and decent, but that's not exactly like for building apps. That's more like for submission. Okay, did we got new version? I think it's better. Yeah, this one is much better. So I think we will run app icon A/B test, but ship the update with this new icon, and then I will handle that A/B test manually. So we have App Store CLI skill available. You can handle all the screenshot uploads, new icon upload, and update metadata for the application. I will install app on the phone and will do all the tests for timers and so on. We'll see if we will need any fixes, but generally user interface will not change. We will stick with what we have, so we can upload new screenshots. If you are using Mac right now, what kind of projects you do on your Windows Linux machine? Just being curious, maybe just gaming. Mostly streaming. Currently this stream is running from that Windows PC. Also, when I'm doing video kind of recording, I'm quite often kind of also using OBS and basically doing all the kind of video recording on my Mac. And I'm doing gaming streams as well. So obviously gaming and streaming from that Mac Windows. That's that. In theory, sure, I could kind of run Linux and have my kind of coding agent there and so on, but we can run Linux, some kind of Ubuntu on Windows as well. So I don't know. I don't think that will make my life any easier if I will have Linux on that machine, because yeah, gaming kind of works, but streaming maybe also, but I didn't compare, I didn't test, but I assume that Windows support is just better for all those things that I would like to do, and also I have no willing or interest to kind of maintain my desktop. Okay. It seems the dog starts to hypnotize me and kind of trying to give me a hint that we could go for a walk. I assume we will need to do that someday soon. At some moment. By shareable card for check-ins, I meant that we should have nice shareable card similar to a ride summary card. But if I go to my places where I have been checking and I see my photos, and then I basically clicking share, I will get text file instead of nice visually looking card. Explain me how you see we could get to the results that you described earlier. Okay, we are cooking in all three apps. Very nice, very nice. Listing name is not great. That's placeholder name. Do also research first, and then we can talk about listing name, subtitle, and keyword list. And yeah, I have skill for also as well. Do not also. I've been working on Omarchy distro. Yeah, I heard about that, but dual booted with Windows. At the end of the day, you always end up in Windows because gaming programs compatibilities. Yes, I was kind of playing around with that idea that maybe, but you know, I don't know. I definitely will keep using macOS because I can jump on Xcode and build project and release it. Sure, I'm using AI kind of more and more nowadays, but it's still kind of nice to have Xcode and be able to build something locally, not always rely on server-side building. I am editing videos, and Final Cut Pro is kind of great tool. If I want to edit videos on Windows, I can use DaVinci Resolve. It also still works. And even if there is something nearly close in functionality on Linux, I'm really not willing to learn new tools. Photo editing applications like Lightroom, Photoshop, I'm using them less lately than before because content mostly is video that I'm sharing now. It was more like photos earlier, but still I like to use them, and I have to use, and I'm able to use across all the platforms. All of that will not work on Linux, so I don't really kind of see good reason why, to have it. I don't really need it, and yeah, that's kind of nice kind of side project or hobby project if you want, but like if I'm trying to be most efficient with my time, even for hobbies, even for just laid back time, then macOS or Windows kind of are better for me. And I'm not saying that never, maybe I will see the reason or willing to kind of play around with Linux, but not today. Yeah. I'm just curious, how do you handle legal aspects in your indie apps? Meaning TNC, privacy notice, data collection. So data collection, that's obvious. We have GDPR, right? In Europe, it's data privacy and everything. Privacy notice, I don't really understand this part, but we have privacy policy. And what is TCS? I don't know. I don't know what that means. But that's like mostly common sense and European GDPR kind of requirements, and just common sense, just do not collect personal data ever. Terms and conditions. Oh, terms and conditions, that's, there is Apple terms and conditions. You don't need to care about that, to be honest. Sure, you kind of you should care about that, but basically that's Apple is taking this end users terms of conditions. Lately, I do not generate them from template anymore. I'm just kind of talking with AI and asking to rewrite that. But terms of conditions, you just use link to the Apple. Because if you go, probably I will not have paywall here. Okay, someone testing my application. Can I get paywall? It's hidden somewhere. That's debug. I don't even know where it's paywall in my own application. Sorry about that. Is it paying customer? Oh, here's paywall. Paywall, don't pay attention. We need to update it. But, Jesus. Give me back my app. Basically, agents are kind of testing it. Okay, this looks good now. Paywall. Here it is. So these terms and conditions, that should go to the Apple's site. And Apple has licensed application and user license agreement. EULA. Yeah, that one. But I don't know. I think if we are looking to something like whatever US, if someone will be kind of dumb enough to go to the court and sue you, they will do that anyways. They will say whatever. Yeah, we need to update paywalls. That's kind of horribly boring paywall. But otherwise it kind of works, yeah. Yeah. I think you can write whatever in your terms and conditions, you know, and that can help you to kind of cover your butt. But if someone will go to the court and kind of try to sue you, then I don't know. That will be tricky. I kind of hope that will never happen, but from my own side, I am kind of protected by that I am acting like a company and I am not personally responsible for things that company do. And if someone will kind of say that they used my application and therefore their whatever cat died, I'm just reminding that thing about kind of putting cats on microwave, but whatever, something like that, you know. Then in worst case scenario, my company will go bankrupt. I will say, c'est la vie, and will start another company, do something else. That's it. Because by law in Latvia, and my company is kind of registered in Latvia, you're not kind of like personally responsible for. You are kind of separate entities. Your company and you, like person, are separate entities. So, because if I have whatever $10 in company account, but I have my whatever private property, if someone will kind of ask me to pay whatever $10,000 penalty, that doesn't mean that I have to sell my property. It's not my responsibility, as a person, company's responsibility, right? LCC is like a barrier. Yeah, of course, I hope that never will happen, you know. And usually that's like two separate entities. You are not personally responsible. Sure, you can kind of like you are like admin of the company and you are kind of responsible like admin of the company, but again, I don't know. You're not responsible with your kind of personnel. Basically, if company is going to the minus in money for any reasons, it's not that you have to sell your stuff, your whatever, keyboards and computers, what else not to cover the bill. I think that's the same in most of the countries. And of course, there are kind of tricky edge cases, but I don't know, there is no guarantees that someone stupid for some dumb reason will not sue you, whatever you do, build applications or just cross the street, That can happen. Some Karen in supermarket can say that basically, I don't know, you were staring at her and therefore he kind of fell down and broke her leg, So you can't be 100% protected and safe against people's stupidity, So such a dumb decisions. They're kind of saying to put feedback thread and feedback inbox kind of like words. It's dumb. But yeah, kind of not starting business too afraid of kind of getting into the problems. That's also kind of not good kind of decision, and you can get in problems without starting business as well. So I don't know. Hoping for the best, trying to protect as much as possible, but do not overthinking that, to be honest. Both those suggested versions, I think those are all relatively bad because we're kind of repeating quite a lot the feedback thread in the app title that looks repetitive and boring and I don't know, not interesting at all. I think we can do better job on App Store search optimization research and look for better options. Also, we have Astro MCP available. Feel free to use it for research. Feedback thread. Oh, we actually have product, not product, but kind of it registered here. I'm not sure if Cloud used it. Oh, we lost my last dictation. It's here. All good, all good, all good. Astro MCP should work as well. Yeah. Do what's needed and move forward. Yeah. For first few years, I was for first many years I was acting as a like you can register in the App Store like individual developer or like a company. I registered as individual developer, and I was a solopreneur, let's say, like legal entity. And the problem with being solopreneur, you are responsible for your kind of like individual entrepreneur, something like that. Individual individual entrepreneur. It's how it's named, and then you are responsible with your all the stuff for all your kind of acting because that's how it is. But then I created this LLC kind of or CI in Latvia, and that's And that's basically description of it is the organization with limited responsibility. So that's how it names. That's basically that's your LLC, same stuff. And switched kind of registration in Apple as well from individual to organization. For Google Store, it wasn't hard at all. I just recently, few months ago, maybe registered. For Apple, it's also not that hard because if your company is registered in Europe, we don't have those DUNIs or DUNS number. That's US thing. If you're registering in US, probably you will have it already. But yeah, Apple basically made it for me, and then I just reused that for Google. And Google just asked a registration number, and they fetched the data from publicly available registration kind of data here in Latvia. It was quite easy. For Google, benefit is that if you will release apps in the Play Store, if you are registered as a company, then you don't have this kind of requirement to have whatever 14 testers for 14 days, whatever exact number is, but before releasing application, you can just build application, test it, get approved, release directly to the Play Store. No need for this kind of testing with test users and what else not. Sure, it's kind of still nice to have test users if you have them. Also in App Store, you can do this test flight testing, but it's not a requirement anymore. Yeah. So if you are registered as a company in Google Play, then you don't need those beta testers. So I will say if it is not if it is not expensive for you, then I will register company. I was registered as a self-employed first, and maybe if you are kind of going through all this process to register company, then maybe you have to pay some minimum taxes, depends on country, right? Then maybe that doesn't make sense until you starting to make money. On App Store, you can register as individual developer with quite little paperwork, So I just started like that. I registered like a individual developer, paid that Apple kind of invoice, and that was it. And I was thinking I will think about those legal things and everything when I will start to make money. And I started to make money quite a few years later. And only after that, I went to the registration to just do this kind of legal registration in Latvia, like solopreneur. Because before you are making money, the government doesn't care. Okay, are you registered somewhere as a programmer? Nice, whatever. Do whatever you want. Until you're not making money, we don't care, right? Because as soon as you're starting to make money, sure, taxes, everything. But before that, so yeah, I don't know. And even if you will kind of register Apple account, you will start to make money. There is still kind of, you will make money in this month, and Apple will pay you like 1.5 or even 2 months later. I don't know how it works, I don't remember. But basically they are giving you, they just gave me a report about the July, and they will pay me for July in September 3. So, right? And each month you emit an invoice to Apple. I didn't get paid from Google. I'm getting from Google like ads money from my YouTube channel, but that's just a few $100s. Apple is not sending any invoice. Apple is not waiting for any invoice. I was talking with my accountant. Accountant said how it is. Accountant did research, and basically they said, okay, we will just see money that comes in from the Google, and we will kind of create invoice, and we will not send it anymore. That works here for Latvia, or at least for my accountant. I don't know how it will work. for country where you are, but generally the thing is that Apple is just sending money and there is no invoicing, nothing. They're just sending money, that's it. And there is some kind of tax report. They're reporting how much taxes they paid for you in each country, but again, accounting here doesn't care about that because they kind of take care about taxes. So they're kind of acting like merchant because they are selling your applications and they just giving you money, revenue. Like what is your money already? I've seen some services not that expensive that provide the testers that Google Play requires. Have you tried any of these? No, because I don't need them. You have it. Don't send it because they probably don't care, but you need it for bookkeeping. Yes, sure. Accountant is doing something like creating those invoices locally and not sending anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Accountants are wizards sometimes. Yeah. They made it work somehow. I don't know. I did my research as well. They basically asked about this invoicing and everything. I did some research. I sent something to them, but that was already 4 years maybe ago when I switched from individual to company. Because it is kind of tricky. For self-employed, that reporting is a little bit more simple, but anyways, better to have accountant, and there are limits how much money you are allowed to process like self-employed, like individual developer. I mean, self-employed, like whatever, entrepreneur. I think in Latvia it's something like 40 or 50,000 in a year. But again, it's not that simple. If those are customers outside, then you need to kind of add what to your kind of invoices, and it's complicated. Okay, I'm not accountant. I'm not really kind of fully understand all of that. I'm not even trying. I don't want to do that. Yes, I am in small business program. Process is simple. You just apply. App Store. Small business program. Here it is. You just apply, enroll now. I don't remember should you add anything else, but basically you link your Apple kind of account. Was that through sign in or somehow else? I don't remember. They're asking basically, are you kind of owner of any other accounts or getting revenue from any other kind of accounts? If yes, then you should, I think, link those as well, and that's it, and then you are in. And you are staying in automatically. You don't need to reapply, but you will be kicked out as soon as you will get more than 1 million in the current calendar year. So I'm still kind of working towards that. Process is quite easy. You just Google where it is and then enroll. And you definitely should enroll because you are paying less to the Apple, basically making more money. Yeah, that's good too. From accounting, it's good to understand some basics and overall the day what's going on, yeah, how that's structured and so on. And also kind of talk with accountant when you have some new income stream in mind. I do that. Okay, we will use Xcode for upload, Xcode Cloud for upload. Cloud sync. Yeah, we'll test that. Still open. Rename. I'm not sure we need to rename it. So it's done basically. For this, I need to install actually this on phone as well. Not FeedbackThread. This one. Oh, we have a new icon already here, which is cool. And let's install that on device. I will basically keep it running for a few days. If that will not crash, not mess up timers, then we can release this update. That's basically redesign and functionality improvement. Fasting trackers, I believe, will come back in December, January, February. So we will be ready. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, waiting for implementation. Yeah, we are burning from hundreds of thousands of tokens, and that's all right. Are you in the apps using any sort of backend? Are you developing it or on your own or using some third-party solution? I am using Supabase for this writing application. Okay, let me open my onboarding for my. So this is my actual phone screen now. We are testing this fasting app. Okay, get started. What do you have in mind? What's your main goal? My main goal, let's say, is mental clarity. Now, let's say I would like to, long in my age, I should start to care about longevity, right? Have you tried intermittent fasting? I tried it before. Last meal. Should I be honest? A normal meal, it's already been done, but let's say 8 p.m. If you're falling into some kind of beer and chips rabbit hole. Okay, that's your potential in 4 weeks. Okay, let's start. Base it on your goals. We recommend 16 to 9. Okay, let's go. And I will start it. It's not started yet. We didn't start it. I will start it later. Okay, that's basically the app that I will test now. Are your apps mostly scratching your own itch or more see what has potential on Astro or similar? Mostly scratching my own niche, my own itch. Because if you're going back to the App Store, so FeedbackThread I'm building now, that's just I build it for myself. That's basically companion application for this product. Let me open it. That's basically kind of this like boards for feature requests. What else not, you know? That's basically my own product and for myself, and this is like mobile companion. Fasting tracker. I was kind of fasting a little bit and I built application for that because I saw that, okay, there is kind of niche and I was not kind of actively like really kind of checking timers and fasting, but I was skipping breakfast and it was more or less kind of habit tracker, build it for myself. This Pomodoro timer for iOS and macOS, basically I built it to run on co-working streams. This motorcycle kind of application, I'm riding a lot here in Thailand every day and kind of, yeah, freediving. That was my hobby, spearfishing, freediving. Doing that less now, but still like Arc Raiders companion application. That's basically game that I'm playing the most, 600 or something. Bike identifier. I wanted AI identifier and there was that AI identifier kind of period. And I was kind of, I decided, okay, bike identifier kind of makes sense. I make it. What else? This one is more like, yeah, I needed to build new application because we agreed with friends that we will build, and I took a look on kind of keywords and everything, and I built this application. This also is more like keywords application because I saw that some breathing exercises could do that. CrossFit, again, my own niche. I was doing CrossFit. Kettlebell challenges, I did those as well. Yeah, mostly all of them are like, I will say most of them are like exactly that, like building them for myself, right? Yeah, AI wrapper madness, exactly, yeah. I was thinking, I even kind of built working prototype for fish identifier, but never shipped it. But I built that AI kind of identifier relatively late in that kind of thing. It was 2025, so it was already kind of the ongoing trend. But I still build it. Yeah. Čau. Es neredzēju, no ziņas sūtīja. 9. Tu vari tik ilgi palikt? Ok. Ja... Nu. Tas bija lieliski dzirdēju. Es lepojos ar tevi. Labi, čau. Did AI identifier make any money? Yes, not like, so it's niche thing, but it makes some money. Yes. All of those applications making some money, even that outdated fasting tracker. So there is no single application I would like to kind of throw away. Not all of them are kind of equal. There are kind of better apps and worse apps, but all of them making something. Okay, my kind of summary revenue is not that big anyways. So obviously there is basically none of applications is kind of some big hits. All of them are kind of making something, which is all right, but yeah. iOS is bringing most of the revenue. There is no really like clear split in sales, I think, for iOS and iPadOS. Maybe you can see that in reports, I don't know. But anyways, most of the users are using iPhones, and iOS application is for most of the apps kind of most important, and yeah, that's where you want to focus. Okay. I don't know. For me, subscription still works. I kind of see that that people are kind of saying that, oh, too many subscriptions and so on, and everything is subscription, and I'm canceling Spotify subscription and kind of getting iPod, what else not, but subscriptions are still kind of leading in the sales and for all the apps basically. So I don't know. Yeah, it works for me. Yeah, and about subscriptions, I am kind of looking towards my subscriptions and I'm cutting them off as well, but that's mostly because I'm kind of less money. I'm not kind of consulting anymore, only doing freelance indie apps. So monthly kind of revenue is less than it was before. That's my personal reason why I'm kind of closely looking on subscriptions and looking what to kind of cancel and what not. How it is for like average kind of people, average users of the apps in App Store, I think that also could be the reason, because globally economy is not in amazing shape, right? So I think that could be one of the reasons why so many people kind of complaining about, oh, everything is subscription, yada yada. I think there is a high chance that that is the reason. Okay, we are today actually kind of on good, we have good progress. We have fasting tracker updated and ready for like ongoing tests on my device. I'll do that. I will test it, and I will see if I can release it. If that will work just fine, I am releasing update. Loop line. What are we missing? Yeah, we need to update metadata, but generally screenshots. Do we have screenshots? Maybe they are kind of something very basic. Do we have screenshots? Yes, we have. They are basic indeed. But that is kind of, I think, okay-ish for this application. Because this is just companion application for the web app. I'm not kind of looking forward to kind of win any kind of sales here. Yeah, we have screenshots, so we need basically finalize metadata, app information, and then we will be ready to submit it for review. That's good. And this one, Motolog application, that's getting most of the updates, a lot of updates, and we will not be done today. And I will go for kind of real life testing again tomorrow, riding to the destination points what we have implemented to check out few kind of other monasteries, what else not. So all of that looks fine. I think I will basically just wrap up stream here with on this note, because there's nothing much to basically actively do now, and I have to go walk with dog, feed myself, and then ride and do night ride, maybe record video about that, and pick up my daughter from friends. And that's about it. Maybe we will have some gaming stream on the weekend, on Saturday night. That's possible. That may happen. Today, unlikely. Most likely no. Okay, let me check quickly who is working, who can we raid, who should we raid. Oh, there are plenty of... Oh, Jerome Labs. Let's go. We didn't raid Jerome for a while, and he's working right now, co-working stream. So we will go and raid Jerome Labs. That's the plan. I think that's a good plan, right? Right. He's doing chill co-working streams. His friend, let's go and raid him. And good night, everyone.